Murata is a worldwide company. I think there's about 80,000 people at the moment. And in Finland, just under 1,000. Part of its philosophy is to work in the scientific way, attention to detail, loyalty towards customer support and the customer, but also towards the scientific method, the use of data. We give great value to the provision of data to the organization and then the use of it for making business decisions. I expect my team to be innovative, to be self-learning, to be continuously improving the methods and looking for new ways of working. For us then, we can pass this on to the organization with the intention that it improves their efficiency, which allows them to work in a more cost-efficient manner, get more done with the hours that they work. Some Japanese colleagues, they showed us their approach. Back then we were using Excel and another package, but it became very obvious that with the use of JMP, we could collect data in a much more efficient manner. We could analyze much higher volumes of data because our volumes have increased from year to year to year, and the amount of data we have is probably one of the highest data collections for any company in Finland.
The statistics tool I had used earlier, Excel always, but Minitab was the one I had used somewhat. When I started using JMP, when I get into the graph builder of distribution platforms, they're fairly simple to use and they're interactive. I think that's one of the big things, that you don't need basically any statistic knowledge to use. You can create the graphs and usually you can get lots of insights. You can see it by eye, or at least get an idea just by looking at the graphs of what's going on.
JMP has allowed us to have a lot of success in that area: data collection, analysis, reporting, and also data distribution. What we have found is that way too often the scientists, the engineers, the technicians are spending too much time looking for data. And then once they have the data, they're doing very manual tasks. We've started recently to introduce customized training by role. We ask them, where do you lose time? Where do you use time? What are the type of tasks that you do regularly over and over? And we can either automate it or give them tools to significantly reduce the amount of time that it takes for them to work on tasks. This is an area that we've been very successful and have received a lot of positive feedback, and in turn creates a bigger pull for what we're offering.
At some point I think it was just push, but it has been turning more to pull, so people are asking from us. And we don't even want to push anything. We want them to pull and ask from us. Even better if they ask, could this be done? And then we can collaborate with them.
What we have seen in recent times is that more and more managers have requested that their team members collaborate with us. So they have created a lot of these methods and then have asked us if we could realize them on their behalf. I think good buy-in from the manager when they're willing to give away tasks that their own team members would have done, knowing that now it will be packaged differently, but what they get can be made available to the entire organization.
And we have lots of managers who do data analysis. They do use JMP and perform their own analysis. It also helps a lot. They are interested in the data.
We were able to reduce drastically the amount of time required and also increase significantly the amount of data that we could handle. I think these were the big winners that JMP brought immediately. And after that, of course, there was the constant cooperation we have with the developers, that when we bring something forward that should be developed, or it would be nice if it could, it typically doesn't take so long for it to be realized. People have asked me many times why I've worked so long at the same company, and the answer remains the same. The work is challenging, the work is motivating. We're allowed to try new methods, look at alternative ways of working. Educating the employee is very important to the company, and in the area of data, it's an important role that we have, and we are given time and resources to make this possible throughout the organization. And for me, I find that still exciting and motivating.